Today, I want to take you on a flip through of the Easy Grammar Level 8 system. This system is different than what you would have seen in the earlier grades, and so I'm going to do a little bit of comparing there as well. But let's get started. The Easy Grammar Ultimate Series Grade 8 comes with the student workbook, the teacher's edition, and then the tests. Now, for the teacher's edition, I want you to note that in it are reproducible versions of the students' pages. So if you can see here, we'll look at page 42. So if we go to page 42 in the student edition, it is the same thing. So you can actually, if you want to make the copies for your student, then you wouldn't need to purchase the student workbook because it is truly contained in the teacher's edition. If you're familiar with Easy Grammar and the daily grams that have been utilized for the lower grades, this grade 8 is going to look a lot like daily grams. The way they have this set up is you have your introduction and how to use the system, as well as what the format is, and then where the different grammar concepts will be included. So for example, brand name will be on days 28, 61, 138, and 165, etc. And so this goes through the entire book as to where you will be able to find the different concepts. And then, as you can see, you're going to be spiraling. So, for example, for adverbs, definition is going to be hitting on a number of different days. And you can see throughout, you will spiral on what they focus on within each of the days. So for day 1, this is truly the entire lesson that they have for Easy Grammar. So you will be focusing on capitalization, punctuation, phrases, clauses, parts of speech, and then sentence combining. Sometimes they do have a very simple definition of what a phrase is versus a clause. And you can see as you move on for day 2 or day 3, you will still have your capitalization, punctuation, but then you'll have parts of speech for this one. And each day, there's some of the same concepts and then some new concepts. So again, throughout, you will be spiraling. Sometimes there will be this simple explanation, but it is not an in-depth explanation for that concept. Because you are in grade 8, so they are assuming that you have already been taught these concepts. And this is truly more for a spiral review than anything else. This reminds me so much of the daily grams from lower levels. So if you're familiar with daily grams, you should be very familiar with this. Just as with daily grams, your answer key is in the back of the book. So here's day 1 and your answers. So throughout, you can see that your answer key is just like what you would find in daily grams. Now, there is also this test booklet. So what they recommend is that after every 10 lessons, then you will be doing an assessment. So use assessment 1 after completing days 1 through 10. So there is an assessment or a test to review what you have been studying throughout those lessons up until that point, and the answers to the assessments is in the back of the book. And that is the entire system for grade 8. It did surprise me that everything is included in this workbook. So there are no separate daily grams. This is your daily grams. There is not a separate workbook or teacher's book as what you would have seen in the lower levels, because it is all included in this book. And look, your book is not very thick at all. It's truly 180 days focusing on approximately 10 minutes every day to do quite a bit of review. So if you need something that's truly going to teach any of these concepts, this is probably not it. If your student is strong in the concepts, but you want to make sure that they are reviewed daily, then this would be a good curriculum to do just that.